Hi everybody, welcome back. This is the 7th and final video that we'll be doing for this tutorial. We're going to cover the shirt area now, and the bits that we don't do in the video we'll cover in the tutorial group. So the colors that we did with the bee, we did our light brown outlining, the red brown for shadow, and orange brown, an orange, sorry, as kind of the medium blending color. We're going to use exactly the same colors on the shirt. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to just do a tiny little bit of outlining. What we want to just do is just the very, very outline of the shirt, and maybe a couple of these very dark lines of the shading, but not all of them. So I'm just going to do that. Go across here. Put this line down here. The one comes against the arm. Just very lightly to just put this line in, and this one. These are quite strong shading lines, so we can just add those in. I think we'll just go inside this side of the braiding over here with the I'm trying to go as neatly as possible, but I can see that I'm not going exactly brilliant. And then how about this line inside here, just where I'm going to work in this braiding a bit as well. Okay, so that's what we're going to do right now with the outlining. And then there are two processes that we're going to do. I'm going to show you another picture. I was playing around with this technique. So this is the effect that we're going for. We're going to use the red brown to do all the shading, and then we're going to go over it. We're going to go with the orange to just completely lift the yellow and give it a very deep vibrancy. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put in all the shading. It's very helpful to have a nice sharp pencil to do this. This is quite a challenging piece, I find, and so what I would suggest is that you start off quite lightly, going lightly, just going over all the shading to just helps to give you an idea of what needs to be done, and also how dark everything needs to be. If you start off quite lightly, I'm not saying that that your coloring must be pishy or not bold or strong, but if you start off lightly, you can build the color up. Whereas if you go for it hammer and tongs and you do it very dark to start off with, it is quite difficult sometimes to make it lighter if you need to. So that's the first step, is to go through the whole thing, finding all your shadow lines and putting in the first layer of color for that. You don't have to be in a rush, if that makes any sense. You can take your time to do this. And also very helpful while you're doing this kind of thing is to hold your picture away from yourself, to put it over there and have a look at it, so that you can start to see if you're getting the angles of the shading right and the depth of the shading. I do that quite a lot. So just moving through the whole picture, finding your first layer of shading where it's a bit dark already, you can start adding that in. I find that with the marker layer it really helps to kind of highlight, if you said, the grey, the shading, just see where it is you need to colour. I found it quite helpful. So building up the colour bit by bit. This is our one fine liner mark we put in, so I still build that colour quite a lot around there. Also, you'll see from the shading that the lines all go in a certain way. I find that if you colour in the same direction as the lines are going, that seem to be able to interpret the shading better and to get the right kind of effect with it. There we go. Here we can go much darker, but in the beginning I like to also just go a bit lighter, just see what I'm doing, build the colour up layer by layer. See, the lines go this way, so to then follow the direction of the lines. I'm not going to obviously do the whole shirt, it will take forever, and so once you've kind of done that, find all these, done your first layer, pencils are really getting a bit blunt, needs to be sharpened again. You're going to go after that and you're going to go and add in some orange. So that's what I'm going to do now. Kind of coming from the opposite side as well. There we go, you get a nice, so we can go darker now. Gives it a lovely glow when you put the orange over the yellow, it really, really does. So that gives an idea already of that. And then, for example, in these spaces in between here, to go and add your orange, darker at the edges, and then lifting your pencil as you move away from, you know, the darker edge, so that you get a lovely grading of color that starts to happen. Okay. I just want to give you an idea of where we're going with this, so that you can carry on your own with that. There will be loads of pictures. I'm going to take lots of pictures as I go along. I'm also doing this at the same time as you are. So we're all kind of at the same stage of doing this picture. I'm just going to go a little bit this way. This is also something that I think you can fiddle and faff with quite a bit, you know, as you're going along. You can see, oh yes, it needs to be a bit darker here or a bit lighter there. And to just really to do this like layer upon layer, so that you build up also, if you do it layer by layer, the intensity of the color. So that's the kind of effect that we're going with for the shirt. And here we go. I'm going to put this here again for you so that you can see a lot of richness with the orange, you know, as you go along and you build, you know, build the shadow color up. It creates very, very nice contrasts against, you know, the lighter color, the yellow and the orange. Then I wanted to do also the beads while I've got you guys here. So I'll just do a couple. My favorite color, we're going to outline with the aqua. Color in with, first with yellow. We're going to make them look quite nice and pearly. So color in with the yellow, go over with the aqua, finish that off hard. All the way around here. And then add in the corner here some of the darker green blue color that we've been using all the way through, and then a little bit more yellow to just give it some zing. So something like that. The shadows at the bottom, so we'll put in the darker color there and then keep the lighter color up here at the top. It'll look quite nice. So that pretty much concludes the video series. Seven videos for this. It's been great fun. I hope you've learned some stuff. I hope it's been easy to follow. And from Sita and I, we're saying ciao for now. Color on.